This is a part 2 of oscillator session numericals. I was receiving a lot of requests to do the part 2 of oscillators with some tricky question included. So in this video, we'll be doing some difficult questions from oscillator session. Okay, so the first question is determine the maximum and minimum frequency of oscillations of a Wien bridge oscillator circuit having a resistor of 10K and variable capacitor of 1 nanofarad to 1000 nanofarad. So it is a variable capacitance the Wien-Bridge is using, and the value is from 1 nanofarads to 1000 nanofarads. So based on this capacitance value, the frequency will also change. The frequency of operation is given by 1 by 2 pi RC. So based on the change in this capacitance, the value of frequency will also change. R is anyway same for both the cases because the R value is constant, 10K. Okay, so we need to find the maximum and minimum frequency. Now since the relation is FR is proportional to 1 by C, when the value of C is minimum, we'll be getting the maximum frequency. When C is maximum, we'll be getting the minimum frequency. Okay, so first we'll find F minimum. F minimum is equal to 1 by 2 pi 10K, 10 into 10 raised to 3 into, will be, in order to find the minimum frequency, we have to choose a maximum capacitance. So it is 1000 into 10 raised to minus 9. Since we are using nanofarads, it is 10 raised to minus 9. And the value that we are getting is F minimum is 15.9 hertz. This is a minimum frequency. The maximum frequency is F max equal to, the equation is same, 1 by 2 pi RC. 2 pi into 10 into 10 raised to 3. R value is 10K. Okay, into 1 nanofarad, 1 into 10 raised to minus 9. And the value that we are getting is 15.915 hertz. Okay, so this is the value for your minimum frequency and your maximum frequency. And this is a variable capacitor type of Wien-Bridge oscillator. And in order to find the minimum frequency, we have to substitute the maximum value of capacitance. For finding the maximum frequency, use the minimum capacitance. Okay. The next question is, an op-amp based 3-stage RC phase shift oscillator is required to produce a sinusoidal output of 4 kHz. So the frequency is given. If 2.4 nanofarad capacitors are used in the feedback circuit, calculate the value of frequency determining resistors. Means calculate the value of resistors. Calculate the value of frequency determining resistors. We need to find the value of resistors. And feedback resistor required to sustain oscillations. So we need to find the value of the frequency determining resistors and also the feedback resistor. Also draw the circuit. So in competitive examinations, you don't need to draw the circuit, but this is a descriptive type of numerical. So that's why in the end, you need to also draw the circuit. Okay. So for your semester exams, you can find these type of questions if you have oscillator sessions included in your syllabus. But in competitive examinations, you don't need to draw the circuit and all. Okay. So we'll start from finding the value of resistance. So the frequency equation for a RC phase shift oscillator, F equal to, or FR is equal to 1 by 2 pi RC square root of 2n. Okay, here n is the number of stages. Here it is clearly given that it is a 3-stage RC phase shift oscillator. That is, in the feedback circuit, there is 3 RC stages. Okay, I want you to see the video on oscillators in which we have drawn the circuits for RC phase shift oscillators, and you can clearly see the RC stages. Okay, so this is a 3-stage RC phase shift oscillator, and the value of n is equal to 3. So n is a number of stages or number of RC stages. Okay, so here n is 3, and the value of C is given. C is equal to 2.4 nanofarads. We need to find the value of R, and F is 4 kilohertz. So just substitute the values for F N and C in the equation, and then you'll be getting the value for R. So I'm going to substitute F is 4 into 10 raised to 3 equal to 1 by, or directly you can write the equation for R. No need to write this equation. So you'll be writing R is equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of 2 into 3. Then C is 2.4 into 10 raised to minus 9, since it is 2.4 nanofarads. Then the value of F is 4K means 4000. It is 4000. And the value of R obtaining is 6770 ohms, or you can write it as 6.8K ohms. Okay, so we have obtained the value for the resistance which is required for producing this frequency. That is called the frequency determining resistance. Okay, so we have obtained R value is 6.8 kilo ohms. Next, we need to find the value for the feedback resistance. Okay, we'll note it here. Since we need to draw the circuit, we'll note R is equal to 6.8K. Next, we need to find feedback resistance. So the equation for the gain, while explaining about RC phase shift oscillator, I have explained that the gain of the amplifier session is a constant value. A is equal to 29. I hope you remember this term if you have seen that video. The gain is for an RC phase shift oscillator. The amplifier gain is 29. And the gain equation is equal to RF by R. It is feedback resistance by R. Okay. Now we'll get from this relation 29 equal to RF by R, or RF is equal to 29 into R. Okay. So we'll get RF is equal to 29 into 6.8K. We'll be getting 197.2K ohms. So this is the value for your feedback resistance. 197.2K ohms. It's also ohm. So this is the value for your frequency producing resistance, that is the resistance in feedback circuit, and the resistance in the RC stages. In that stage, the R value is 6.8. For the feedback resistance, it is 197.2. Now I am going to draw the circuit. Now when I am drawing the circuit, everything will be much clearer to you. Okay. So I am going to draw the RC phase shift oscillator here with the RC stages and the feedback resistance. So you need an amplifier, which is an op-amp. Okay. There is a positive stage and you need to connect your RC stages now. There is a R, then there is a C, R, C, then again an R, again a C. So these are the three RC stages, 1, 2 and 3 RC stages. And this one is connected to your output side. And there is a feedback resistance which we have found the value here, and that is also connected here. So this is your feedback resistance, and this is the RC stages, 1, 2, 3 stages. That's why N value is equal to 3. Now all these stages are now connected to 0 volt, or we consider this as ground. Okay, and we are taking the output across this V out. We'll be obtaining our waveform here, and it is having frequency 4 kilohertz. Okay, so I think everything is now clear to you. So this is again connected to 0 volt. Now these resistors are having value 6.8K, here also 6.8K, here also 6.8K. These values C are 2.4 nanofarads, 2.4 and 2.4 nanofarads. This value is 197.2K ohms. So this is your RC phase shift oscillator looking like. Okay. And the gain of this amplifier stage is 29. So this is again a constant value. You should be knowing this, because in order to answer some questions, you require this value also. Okay. Just like we have used in this question, for answering some questions, you also require the gain of the amplifier stage. So this oscillator consists of an amplifier circuit and a feedback circuit which is producing the oscillations. And there is also a feedback resistance for this amplifier stage, which is having a value of 197.2, and it is used for sustaining the oscillations. Okay, so this is how you do these type of questions. Question is from Colpitt's oscillator session. A Colpitt's oscillator having two capacitors, 24 nanofarad and 240 nanofarad, are connected in parallel with an inductor of 10 millihenry. Determine the frequency and feedback fraction. This is a direct question. Only thing is you need to find the feedback fraction also. Okay. So what is the equation for finding the frequency? Fr is equal to, frequency is equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of L into Ct. Now, how a Colpitt's oscillator feedback or an oscillator is looking like? There is an amplifier section, there is a feedback circuit, and the feedback circuit is having an inductor, and in parallel to that connected with two capacitors which are in series. This is a Colpitt's oscillator. We have discussed about all these things in very detail in the oscillator video. I would request you to watch that video. Okay, so this is the Colpitt's oscillator looking like. The triangle is indicating the amplifier. This is a feedback circuitry. So here inductance value is given, capacitance value is also given. So you can directly find the value for frequency by using this relation. Here they have written Ct. Yeah, there is a Ct written. Now what is Ct? Ct is the equivalence of these two capacitors. Capacitors are connected in series. So what is the equivalence? It is Ct equal to C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. Since this is the case for a series connection of capacitors, we use this relation. Okay. Now I'm going to find the value for the capacitant equivalence. So I'm going to substitute C1 and C2 here. C1 is 24 nanofarad and C2 is 240 nanofarad. So all the values are directly given. 24 nanofarad into 240 nanofarad by 24 nanofarad plus 240 nanofarads. Okay. And you will be getting the equivalent equal to 21.82 nanofarad. Okay. So this is the equivalence of C1 and C2 since they are connected in series. Okay. And Ct value is 21.82 nanofarads. Now I'm going to substitute all these values into this frequency equation in order to find the frequency. So Fr is equal to, I'm going to put it in this relation, 2 pi into square root of L is 10 millihenry. So it is 0.01 Henry into 21.82 into 10 raised to minus 9 nanofarads it is. Okay. And the value getting is 10.8 kilohertz is the frequency. Now, till this, if you know the circuit and if you know the equation, you can do it. Now, what is the feedback fraction? Okay, so the feedback factor or the feedback fraction is given by FF is equal to C1 by C2. It is actually the ratio of two capacitors. Sometimes we call it as beta also. Okay, so beta is equal to C1 by C2, 24 nanofarad by 240 nanofarads it is, and the value is 10%. Okay, or 10 by 100. So that is this question. In this question, you only require, that is, you should be knowing the circuit in order to apply the equation. You should be knowing this circuit, and also you should be knowing how to find the equivalence of two capacitors connected in series. Then you just have to apply these values into your equation and find the value, find the result. The next question is again from Wien-Bridge oscillator session. In Wien-Bridge oscillator required to generate a sinusoidal waveform of frequency 5200 Hz. F is given. Calculate R1 equal to R2 where C1 equal to C2 is equal to 3 nanofarad. So here R1 is equal to R2 and C1 is equal to C2. So you can use the relation F is equal to 1 by 2 pi RC. If you practice oscillator questions, this is very easy. Even you can remember the equations by heart. Okay, it is that easy. Calculate and also find R3, R4. So just recall the figure of Wien-Bridge oscillator. If you find it difficult, please do watch the please do watch the oscillators video. Okay, so you need to find R1 equal to R2, or you need to find the value of R, and also you need to find the value of R3 and R4. Okay, now I'm going to use the relation here. F is equal to 1 by 2 pi RC. See, in the circuit of a Wien bridge oscillator, I'll just draw a rough figure for you. There is a Wien bridge and a amplifier session. So there is one resistance here. There is one resistance here. This is R3, this is R4, and here there is a branch. This is a Wien bridge, okay. So this is R1, this is C1, this is R2, this is C2. So this is the Wien bridge looking like for the oscillator, Wien bridge oscillator. This is the Wien bridge looking like. And these sessions are connected to the amplifier, okay. Okay, I hope you can see. Anyway, just consider that there is an amplifier here. And the points of the Wien bridge is connected to the amplifier. Now, we don't have to do anything with the amplifier session as of now. We only require the Wien bridge session. We need to find the value of R3 and R4. And we need to find the value of R. Here, R1 equal to R2 and C1 is equal to C2. So, you can write it as R and C and C. Okay. Now, when this relation is coming, we have discussed in the theory video that the equation becomes F is equal to 1 by 2 pi RC. So, I'm going to now remove this figure, not actually make some space. Okay. Now, we need to find R. So, we'll put 1 by 2 pi F into C. Substitute the value of F and C here. You'll be getting 1 by 2 pi F is 5200. C is 3 nanofarads. 3 into 10 raised to minus 9. So, you'll be getting R is equal to 10200 ohms. Okay, so this is the value of your R in the Wien bridge section. Or this is R1 equal to R2 equal to R. Next is we need to find what is R3 and R4. Now, how to find what is R3 and R4? See, while discussing the theory video, in the theory video, we have discussed that the gain of the amplifier session should be greater than or equal to 3 always. While discussing some of the criteria, we have discussed that the gain of the amplifier session should be greater than or equal to 3. Okay, that is V out by V in should be greater than or equal to 3. Or you can write V out by V in is equal to 1 plus R3 by R4 should be greater than or equal to 3. Okay. Now, in order to solve for R3 and R4, we are going to take the relation that 1 plus R3 by R4 is equal to 3. We will consider that as of now, the gain of the amplifier is 3. Okay. In order to solve these type of inequality questions, we have to make an assumption that this gain is equal to 3. See, for an oscillator, there is an amplifier session and there is a feedback. For a Wien bridge oscillator, the feedback is given by the Wien bridge and there is an amplifier section also. The gain of the amplifier section should be greater than or equal to 3. That is, V out by V in, which is equal to 1 plus R3 by R4 is equal to 3. Now, if you put this relation, we can find the value for R3 by R4. Or R3 and R4. So, from this relation we will get R3 by R4 is equal to 3 minus 1, or you will get R4 is equal to R3 by 3 minus 1 is 2, right? R3 by 2. So, that is a relation that we are getting if we are considering that the gain of the amplifier is 3. R4 is equal to R3 by 2. Now, let us look into the options. Even the first value, that is first value is the value for the resistance which we have already found. So, only one value is corresponding to the obtained value. So, the correct option is option A. Anyway, we will check for R3 and R4 also. So, if R3 is equal to 100K, what will be R4? R4 has to be 100 by 2K, which is equal to 50K. So, this is the correct answer. For the other options, it is not following this relation. R3 by 2 is not equal to R4. And also here, it is not following the relation. R3 is 50, R4 is 100. That is not possible. If R3 is 50, R4 has to be 25K. Okay. Anyway, this is the relation which we are getting if we are considering that the gain of the amplifier session is equal to 3. It is actually greater than or equal to 3. Okay. So, these are the questions which I have included in this video. I really hope that you found this video useful. So, we have done a lot of questions now. considering various oscillators or including various oscillators. These are the numerical questions which we have to generally face in competitive examinations also, and also for your semester examinations. So I really hope that you found this video useful. If yes, please do give it a thumbs up and also share this videos maximum. And if you want more videos, please do subscribe to the channel. You can find the notes of these videos on the Facebook page of EC Electronics. So that's it. Thanks for watching and keep on watching.